The very air hums with unanswered questions here. Questions carved in stone, lifted to the sky and defying logic for over 500 years. How did they do it? How did a civilization without the wheel, without iron tools, build walls that even modern engineers struggle to comprehend? This is Sacsayhuamán. More than just a fortress, more than just a temple. It's a statement, a bold declaration of Inca ingenuity, of power, and perhaps of something more. Look at these stones, not uniform blocks cut to fit, but megaliths, some weighing well over 100 tons, each one unique, shaped with incredible precision to interlock with its neighbors in a complex, three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. Imagine the scene. No cranes, no pulleys as we know them, just human muscle, sheer will, and a mastery of engineering that still eludes complete understanding. The very ground beneath our feet whispers of the immense effort, the untold number of laborers, the years, perhaps even decades, it must have taken to bring this vision to life. We're standing at the edge of the main vast open space, believed to have been the heart of Sacsayhuamán's ceremonial life. From here, the three tiers of walls rise majestically, a formidable barrier against invaders, but also a powerful symbol of the Inca state's control over the surrounding landscape. The stones themselves are primarily limestone quarried from deposits several kilometers away. Consider the logistics. How were these colossal blocks transported across such rugged terrain? The most widely accepted theory involves the use of ramps, rollers, and an enormous workforce slowly inching each stone forward. But even that explanation seems insufficient when you examine the sheer scale of the operation. Were there other techniques involved lost to time? Some researchers propose the use of levers and counterweights, exploiting the principles of physics in ways we can only speculate about. And then there's the fit, the almost supernatural precision with which these stones have been joined. No mortar, no gaps, just stone on stone, perfectly aligned. A feat that defies simple explanation, especially considering the unevenness of the stone faces themselves. It's not a flat surface meeting. Flat surface. It's a series of interlocking angles, curves, and protrusions, each meticulously crafted to create an unbreakable bond. One popular theory suggests that the Inca used a process of repeated pecking and grinding, using harder stones to slowly wear away the softer limestone, creating a perfect impression of the adjacent block. This would have been an incredibly time-consuming process requiring immense patience and skill, but the results are undeniable. Even after centuries of earthquakes and weathering, the walls of Sacsayhuamán stand firm, a testament to the enduring quality of Inca stonework. But let's delve deeper into the purpose of Sacsayhuamán. Was it purely defensive, or did it serve a more complex function? Many historians believe that Sacsayhuamán was primarily a ceremonial center, a place where the Inca elite conducted important rituals and festivals. The vast plaza would have been ideal for large gatherings, while the structures built behind the walls may have housed temples, palaces, and storehouses. The alignment of Sacsayhuamán is also significant. Some researchers believe that the complex was deliberately designed to align with astronomical events, such as the solstices and equinoxes. This suggests a deep understanding of astronomy and its importance in Inca cosmology. Sacsayhuamán, therefore, may have been a kind of giant astronomical calendar, a place where the Inca could track the passage of time and predict the changing seasons. Of course, there are dissenting voices. Some researchers argue that the ceremonial function of Sacsayhuamán has been overemphasized and that its primary purpose was indeed military. They point to the strategic location of the complex, overlooking the city of Cusco, and to the formidable nature of the walls themselves. Sacsayhuamán, they argue, was designed to protect Cusco from attack and to serve as a base for military operations. The truth, as is often the case, may lie somewhere in between. Sacsayhuamán likely served both a military and a ceremonial function, reflecting the complex nature of Inca society. It was a place where power was displayed, where rituals were performed, and where the Inca elite could demonstrate their control over the surrounding lands. The stones themselves also hold clues. Look closely. Many of them are adorned with carvings, subtle indentations, and raised areas that may have once been painted or decorated with precious metals. These carvings may have represented religious symbols, ancestral figures, or even astronomical charts. Unfortunately, much of this ornamentation has been lost to time, but the faint traces that remain offer tantalizing glimpses into the rich artistic traditions of the Inca. It's also crucial to consider the historical context. Sacsayhuamán was built during a period of rapid expansion as the Inca conquered new territories. They incorporated the skills and knowledge of the conquered peoples into their own building projects. This may explain the diversity of architectural styles found at Sacsayhuamán and the apparent mastery of stoneworking techniques that seem to have appeared almost overnight. The construction of Sacsayhuamán was also a political statement. It demonstrated the Incas' power and their ability to mobilize vast resources. It sent a clear message to conquered peoples that the Inca were the masters of the Andes, and it served as a symbol of Inca cultural superiority. However, the construction of Sacsayhuamán also had a dark side. It undoubtedly involved the forced labor of thousands of people, many of whom were conscripted from conquered territories. The conditions of labor were likely harsh, and the mortality rate may have been high. The building of Sacsayhuamán, therefore, was not just a triumph of engineering, but also a symbol of Inca oppression. After the Spanish conquest, Sacsayhuamán suffered significant damage. Many of the stones were removed and used to build Spanish colonial structures in Cusco. The complex was also the site of a major battle between the Inca and the Spanish in 1536. The Inca, led by Manco Inca Yupanqui, besieged Cusco in an attempt to drive out the Spanish. Sacsayhuamán played a crucial role in the siege, but the Inca were ultimately defeated, and the complex fell into Spanish hands. The Spanish viewed Sacsayhuamán as a symbol of Inca resistance, and they deliberately destroyed parts of the complex to undermine Inca more. Despite this destruction, much of Sacsayhuamán still survives today, a testament to the resilience of Inca stonework and the enduring power of Inca culture. Looking at these walls, one can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. How did they achieve such precision? How did they move such massive stones? These questions have puzzled historians and engineers for centuries. And while we may never have all the answers, the search for those answers continues to fascinate, and some theories border on the unconventional. There are those who suggest that the Inca had access to lost technologies, perhaps even knowledge gleaned from extraterrestrial sources. These theories, while intriguing, lack any credible evidence. It's far more likely that the Inca achieved their remarkable feats through a combination of ingenuity, hard work, and a deep understanding of the natural world. The key may lie in the Incas' understanding of geology and material science. They seem to have had an intuitive grasp of the properties of different types of stone and how they could be shaped and fitted together. They may also have used techniques to soften or manipulate the stone, making it easier to work with. One fascinating area of research involves the study of Inca mortar. While Sacsayhuamán is famous for its mortarless construction, the Inca did use mortar in other buildings. Analysis of these mortars has revealed that they were often made from a complex mixture of materials, including clay, lime, and plant fibers. These mortars were incredibly strong and durable, and they may have played a role in the stability of Inca structures. Furthermore, the Inca were masters of earthquake-resistant construction. They understood that the Andes mountains are a seismically active region, and they designed their buildings to withstand earthquakes. The interlocking stones of Sacsayhuamán, for example, are able to move slightly during an earthquake, absorbing the shock and preventing the walls from collapsing. This ingenious design is one of the reasons why Sacsayhuamán has survived so many earthquakes over the centuries. The legacy of Sacsayhuamán extends far beyond its physical presence. It has become a symbol of Inca cultural identity, a source of pride for the people of Peru, and a reminder of the remarkable achievements of this ancient civilization. It continues to inspire awe and wonder in visitors from around the world, and it challenges us to rethink our understanding of human potential. And as the sun sets, casting long shadows across these ancient stones, the questions linger. The mystery endures. Sacsayhuamán remains a testament to a civilization that dared to dream big and build even bigger. A civilization that, against all odds, shaped the very mountains to their will. the impossible stonework stands and whispers, waiting to be understood. Perhaps one day we will finally unlock its secrets. But until then, it will continue to captivate us, to challenge us, and to remind us of the enduring power of the human spirit. The seemingly impossible precision of Sacsayhuamán's stonework has unsurprisingly spawned a multitude of theories, some grounded in scientific analysis, others venturing into the realm of speculation. One of the most persistent debates revolves around the specific techniques used to shape and fit the stones. We've touched upon the idea of pecking and grinding using harder stones as tools to slowly erode the softer limestone. This is a plausible explanation, supported by archaeological evidence of stone hammers and grinders found near Inca sites. However, critics argue that this method alone wouldn't account for the extraordinary complexity of the interlocking joints, particularly the non-linear, asymmetrical shapes. A competing theory proposes the use of a lost art of stone softening. This idea suggests that the Inca possessed a technique, perhaps, involving plant extracts or chemical processes that allowed them to temporarily soften the limestone, making it easier to shape and mold. Proponents point to anecdotal accounts from early Spanish chroniclers who described seeing the Inca using mysterious liquids on the stones. However, there's no conclusive scientific evidence to support this claim. No identifiable residue of such substances has been found on the stones themselves, and the exact nature of these alleged plant extracts remains unknown. Another hypothesis, often linked to the stone softening theory, involves the use of vibration. This theory suggests that the Inca may have used some form of sonic technology to vibrate the stones, making them easier to manipulate and fit together. Again, there's no direct evidence to support this claim. However, some researchers point to the Incas' known use of musical instruments and rhythmic chanting in their ceremonies, suggesting that they may have been aware of the power of sound and vibration. Could they have harnessed this power to aid in the construction of Sacsayhuamán? It remains a tantalizing but unproven possibility. Then there's the question of transportation. How were these massive stones moved from the quarries to the construction site? The ramp and roller theory is the most widely accepted explanation. This involves building a series of earthen ramps leading from the quarry to Sacsayhuamán, and then using wooden rollers to move the stones along the ramps. A large workforce would have been required to pull the stones using ropes and levers. However, even this seemingly straightforward explanation has its challenges. The sheer scale of the ramps required to move stones weighing over 100 tons is difficult to imagine, and the logistics of coordinating such a large workforce would have been immense. Some researchers suggest that the Inca may have used a more sophisticated system of levers and counterweights to reduce the amount of force required to move the stones. This would have involved carefully balancing the weight of the stones, with counterweights allowing a smaller number of people to move them more easily. Another intriguing, though less conventional theory suggests the use of water. This proposes that the Inca may have used canals or waterways to transport the stones at least part of the way from the quarries to Sacsayhuamán. Cusco is located in a valley with several rivers and streams, and it's conceivable that the Inca could have used these waterways to float the stones, at least for a portion of their journey. This would have significantly reduced the amount of effort required to transport the stones overland. Beyond the technical aspects of construction, there are also debates about the overall design and purpose of Sacsayhuamán. Was it primarily a fortress, as its name suggests, or did it serve a more complex function, perhaps as a temple, a palace, or an astronomical? The defensive theory is supported by the formidable nature of the walls, which would have provided a strong barrier against invaders. The strategic location of Sacsayhuamán overlooking Cusco also suggests a military function. However, critics argue that the walls are too elaborate and decorative for a purely defensive structure. They point to the intricate carvings and the precise fit of the stones, which seem to be more aesthetically pleasing than strictly functional. The ceremonial theory proposes that Sacsayhuamán was primarily a place of religious worship. The vast plaza would have been ideal for large gatherings, ceremonies, and the structures behind the walls may have housed temples and shrines. Evidence supporting this theory includes the presence of ceremonial artifacts found at Sacsayhuamán and the alignment of the complex with astronomical events. Another related theory suggests that Sacsayhuamán served as a royal retreat or palace for the Inca elite. The complex would have provided secluded and luxurious setting for the Inca rulers away from the hustle and bustle of Cusco. This theory is supported by the presence of elaborate structures and courtyards within Sacsayhuamán, which suggest a high level of comfort and sophistication. The astronomical observatory theory proposes that Sacsayhuamán was designed to track the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. The alignment of the walls and structures with astronomical events suggests that the Inca had a deep understanding of astronomy and its importance in their culture. Sacsayhuamán may have been used to predict the solstices and equinoxes, which were important dates in the Inca calendar. Adding another layer of complexity, some researchers propose that Sacsayhuamán was designed to represent a cosmological map of the Inca world. The 3 tiers of walls may have represented the 3 levels of the Inca cosmos: the upper world, Hanancha, the middle world, Quepacha, and the lower world. The layout of the complex may have been designed to reflect the Incas' understanding of the universe and their place within it. Furthermore, the question of who exactly designed and built Sacsayhuamán remains a subject of debate. While it's generally accepted that the Inca were responsible for the overall design and construction, some researchers suggest that they may have incorporated the skills and knowledge of conquered peoples. The Inca Empire was vast and diverse, encompassing a wide range of cultures and traditions. It's possible that the Inca drew upon the expertise of skilled stonemasons from different parts of the empire to build Sacsayhuamán. One particularly intriguing hypothesis suggests that the Inca may have inherited some of their stoneworking skills from an earlier unknown civilization. This theory proposes that there was a pre-Inca culture in the Andes that possessed advanced stoneworking techniques, and that the Inca simply adopted and adapted these techniques for their own purposes. Evidence supporting this theory includes the presence of other megalithic sites in the Andes, such as Tiwanaku and Pumapunku, which exhibit similar levels of precision and complexity. However, there's no conclusive evidence to prove the existence of a pre-Inca civilization capable of building Sacsayhuamán, and the Inca themselves claimed responsibility for the construction of the complex. It's more likely that the Inca developed their stoneworking skills gradually over a period of centuries through a process of trial and error. Ultimately, the debates surrounding Sacsayhuamán highlight the limitations of our current knowledge. We may never know exactly how the Inca built this incredible complex or what its precise purpose was, but the ongoing research and analysis continue to shed new light on the ingenuity and sophistication of Inca civilization. The mystery of Sacsayhuamán is part of its allure. It challenges us to think creatively, to question our assumptions, and to appreciate the extraordinary achievements of a civilization that defied the odds and left behind a lasting legacy of wonder. The conflicting theories, the unanswered questions all contribute to the enduring fascination with this impossible stonework. And as we grapple with these mysteries, we gain a deeper understanding of the Inca, their world, and their place in history. The echoes of their ambitions still resonate within these walls, a challenge and an inspiration across the centuries. Perhaps the true answer lies not in a single definitive solution, but in the tapestry of possibilities interwoven with the threads of history, ingenuity, and the enduring power of human endeavor. Sacsayhuamán stands as more than just a collection of stones. It's a monument to human potential, a testament to the power of ingenuity and unwavering dedication. The debates surrounding its construction, the conflicting theories about its purpose, only serve to amplify its significance. We may never fully unravel all its secrets, but the very act of exploring them deepens our appreciation for the Inca civilization and their remarkable achievements. Whether a fortress, a temple, an astronomical observatory, or a cosmological map, Sacsayhuamán represents a pinnacle of architectural and engineering prowess. It reflects a society deeply connected to its environment, possessing a profound understanding of astronomy, geology, and the human capacity for collaborative effort. It's a reminder that even without the technological advancements of the modern world, extraordinary feats are possible through resourcefulness, innovation, and an unwavering belief in a shared vision. The legacy of Sacsayhuamán endures, inspiring awe and wonder in all who behold it. It challenges us to push the boundaries of our own understanding, to question conventional wisdom, and to strive for excellence in all our endeavors. It's a powerful symbol of cultural identity for the people of Peru, a source of pride and a reminder of their rich heritage. And for the rest of the world, it serves as a timeless example of the enduring power of the human spirit to create, to innovate, and to leave an indelible mark on the landscape of history. And the impossible stonework speaks volumes even in its silence. A challenge, a mystery, a masterpiece. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.